So guys, welcome back. It's me, your boy again, Doctor. You know I always go by the name Doctor. So I'm here again with my to share my journey for the past 4 months. I think I made video last 4 months, which was August. And I promised and I said I'll be making another video in December. So as of today, which is December 23rd, 2024, the year is actually coming to an end. So in 2 days time, by next in 2 days time rather, we'll be celebrating the Christmas. I think this is exactly the time I make my last video, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just here to share my journey for the last 4 months. I made a video August. In continuation to what we discussed, and then in addition to what I've been through for the last 4 months. Honestly, the last 4 months is, I wouldn't say, in my trading, I would say it's one of the best 4 months which I've ever spent so far. Not that I make money, I didn't make no money, but I was very lucky to get a profit account. I purchased one of 3k, so 3k from 10 trade. So I got the account. I and my mentor, which was actually my elder brother, I talked about him in my last video. So we got an account. We were three because he also has a friend that also get the same account. So we were all trading conjoined, but it wasn't physical. It was online. We had a group chat whereby we discuss, share setup. But when it gets to some stages, I think for us all, our strategy is actually different. The way we see the market is different. Though when we talk about identifying the trend, we all say the same thing, but getting in and getting out is actually different. The way I see an entry, sometimes they don't see it like that, and the way they see their own. Honestly, if they see something like we can actually pick a buy trade here, I might be seeing like this is not good enough for me, but let's just leave that about that. This is just about me. It's just about me. I ain't gonna talk about nobody. For the last 4 months, I got an account in, I think it was September, yes, and I held the account for 2 months and 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So I blew the account November. I think it was November because it was November, 1st of November, the 1st of November, because we usually have this how would I put it, in our church we usually have we go to church on the first early in the morning. We just to pray for the new month. We pray for ourselves, in our church. That's how we do our thing. So that's how I could actually remember that it was at that week that I blew the account, and I held the account for almost 2 weeks and 2 months and 2 weeks. And even those people we got the account at the same time, they blew the account. And what made me stand out in that process was, honestly, I think Forex can be somehow tricky, and somehow it can be easy as well. Though I blew the account, but I will give you a full explanation of everything. So I got the account, and I was risking 0.5% of my account, which means I was literally risking $15 out of the 3k account. So I think that was what made me not to build the account so fast. I think when it gets to about a month, firstly when I got the account, I was up probably by 1.5%. I was thinking, yeah, this is it. Then somehow, miraculously, I'm in drawdown of 2%, and then I feel like, what's going on? Then I get back to my own personal, corner room. Yeah, I would say corner room, or I would say my get to my where my house now is, where my work body is. And then I feel like, okay, let me just check 1 or 2. What am I doing wrong? And I noticed that I'm trying to copy someone, which is actually not of my type. And then honestly, I blew the account to the extent of the account was actually, I wouldn't say I blew the account, but I was in a deep drawdown, and the account was literally on, I think it was probably 7%. 7%, and the total drawdown of the account was 9%. So I think I only had $32 left, and once I lose the 32, the account is gone. The account is gone. And I was like, okay, what do I need to do? I'm just trying to cut the story short, you understand? So because a lot has happened during the period of the problem account, and then I feel like I have a strategy that actually work for the market. Why don't I stick to it? And I stick to the account, and I recover the loss. Honestly, I was happy because I held the account for 2 months and 2 weeks. Even those people that are more learned than me in Forex do the account before then. I'm not trying to say I'm the best, but sometimes you do some things that I feel like it's not about winning all the time. You learn from your losses. So, and one thing is that I there is one thing there is I have a strategy that deeply work for the market, you understand? But there is one thing that is bothering me, which is I'm not disciplined enough because I switch things easily. Honestly, the reason why I got to that deep that was like, the person who was my mentor. I said in my previous video that he trades more of Dapo Willis Willis. So and I was like, okay. Then he talked about in the group. He said, okay, imagine taking a trade. That was what he said. He said, imagine taking a trade and holding the trade for almost a month or 3 weeks, and then you make almost 1 to 10. And I was like, this is actually something interesting. Let me try it. And then I do my analysis, normal, start on the monthly, do it, blah blah blah. And then that was where the downfall of the account came. And I was like, it's like, we have different personalities. I can't say what makes you money might not make me money. What makes you money might not make me money. So that's just that. So I blew the account. So in the process, I noticed I have a strategy that deeply work for the market, but I'm not disciplined enough. I have learned a lot so far, and this month make it a year and 4 months in my trading journey. So that's just that. And then what's left for me to say? Honestly, I'm not the kind of person that jots things down. I just have to prove everything. Yeah, though I might forget, but when it comes to something really serious, so if you see I'm saying some words that are not even correlating sometimes, just bear with me. So that's just my, you know. So what else did I say? Honestly, I have a strategy. Have a strategy. So I just have to be disciplined with it. The strategy really works. Even I share with some of my people. So and they were like, "Guy, this thing is good. You just have to stick to it. You understand this." And I know this thing works, but it comes with monthly something something something. I'm gonna talk about that in this video because that's what I really worked really hard for. Because that strategy, I haven't seen anyone using it. I haven't really seen anyone using it, but it's deeply work for the market. And I get to know when backtesting, I get to know if I could really stick to the strategy, bro, I'll be making money month in, month out. I'm talking about month in, month out. I know what I'm saying the month, so you don't need anything about that. So if I stick to the strategy and this strategy come with it's basically more of I can day trade, swing trade, position trade probably for a month, but that's the how would I say that's the maximum I can do. But when we grow, we have some certain confidence that we are okay, let me just leave this trade for 2 months. Let's see how this one will do because it deals with a lot of chart patterns, and I'm not basically trading the chart patterns, you understand, but I recognize them when I see them and I know what will happen next. So imagine seeing Euro USD forming some head and shoulder, and I know it's time to what to drop. Seeing some inverse head and shoulder on USD card, I know it's time to what go up, and seeing some inverse head and shoulder on AD USD, I know it's time to what go up. So basically, the trading is you just I think one thing I've learned so far is the chart pattern, and the chart pattern really works pretty well. Sometimes it fails, but 95% of the time it really works, especially the head and shoulder. And seeing it on a tangible time frame, not on the 1 hour. I don't. At least seeing it on a 4 hour time frame is still more, you know, more bit okay. Imagine seeing it on a day time frame, that's a full confirmation. So, but basically, I trade the 4 hour time frame down from the monthly to the 4 age. Honestly, I have a strategy that work. So that's that. So I've seen a lot in this industry, in this forex industry, and some of them give me hope. Most of them rather give me hope. They were talking about FX at G. Was it not 2 months ago? I think it was October, I think it was October, whereby he flipped an $100 into $1 million. Honestly, it's really hard to believe. It's really hard to believe, but anything is possible. But I'm not in the right state to condemn anyone because I'm still growing up. I don't know what might happen. I might do the same, but it's really hard. Turning an $100 into $1 million. It's honestly, I wouldn't say I agree, and I wouldn't say I don't agree. So I'm just neutral. You understand? So I'm not in the right state to judge anyone but it's Forex is really hard, honestly. Do I think it's not possible? It's actually possible, but what is, because I see many people dragging him as well. Because the thing there is, within a span of I think 1 month or so, you flipped an account from this to that. Honestly, it's really hard to believe. But people have some allegation against him saying he fakes his stuff. But bro, I don't fucking care. I'm here to be me, so anyone can be. And then, in addition to it, what motivated him most was, in the span of the 4 months. So there's this guy called Way Ups on YouTube, and the guy really gives me hope. Honestly, the guy really gives me hope because I watched the guy's videos. I think when I first started Forex, he was. I wouldn't say he's my mentor, no, but I watch his journey because I think sometimes you can't be learning from someone who is also learning as well and is not profitable yet. Not that I don't see potential in him. I see, but sometimes you just have to stick to your home plan. And it's just like I'm doing something in life, what he's been through for the past few weeks, and. And then recently, I think last month, November, the guy got an apartment, and I was like, wow, wow. And even today, he posted a video yesterday. Today, I was actually scrolling on my phone, and I was like, okay. And the guy was like, he had made some money, talking about things. I was like, guy, this guy did give me hope. I swear that okay, if I stick to this thing, I will definitely, and I can see myself. See, honestly, this is my strategy I'm talking about. I'm trying to, I don't know. I know many people will still drag me when I become big, you understand, which is a good thing to happen to me. I want many people to drag me saying this is fake. There are some things you will do. It should be very, very hard for people to believe. Honestly, that's what I want to be doing. I want to be doing things that are unimaginable. In the forex space, this kind of thing has never happened. And they should drag me and I'll be like, okay, let me show you proof. You understand? But so that is, but the guy, honestly, the guy was saying things, and I was like, and I get motivated. And with this guy as well, this race, I think the guy gets his limelight this year, if I'm not mistaken. So, well, it's cool, and I know I'm getting there as well. And with this my strategies I'm talking about, I've actually started a YouTube channel. After the channel, but it's not something like how would I say, all those day in life, how would they put this thing, day in life of a struggling trader. Bro, I'm not struggling. I'm struggling. I'm not joking. But I wouldn't say I'm struggling with forex. But see, I'm a profitable trader. But these things are just meant to build my own personal self. You understand? So I'm not doing all those showing my face and kneeling down, kneeling down in the morning praying to God, things you never did. Just because you wanted to make a video, then you just feel like, let me kneel down and pray. I never even think of praying. But I'm not. I don't say I'm not condemning them, but that's not the kind of video I'm making. I'm making some videos whereby this is why I said I'm profitable. See, if you go to my YouTube channel, I predict every move in the forex market week in, week out. If you checked, I think I started November, yes, I started November. So it's not something like day in life. I just come with weekly market forecast. The name of my YouTube channel is the Forex Trader 01. D, capital letter D, Forex, Forex, Trader, capital letter TALDER 001. So I'm gonna be the best, man. I'm joking. You know what I'm saying? So and so far, because there is one thing. This is what I noticed about me. I think I was just trying to be like, okay, I know what will happen. Not that I really know what will happen, but I know that if this kind of thing happen, this is what will happen next. You understand? So, and I know most of times this kind of thing, I'll be like, okay, if I want to stick to my rules, what can I do? And I feel like if I'm posting these things, what will I post it to? No one. And I was like, okay, if I post this thing, then I will be like, okay, I said this and it happened. And this will be a reminder to me that, remember this was what you said in the previous video and it's actually happened. Then I'll be like, okay, this thing is really working. And then from November, if you could check the rate of my analysis, I think I've from November I'm profitable, even though it's in a demo with the trade. You understand? Because since I built the account, I was like, I said I built the account in November, and then it was still that November month. I'll be like, these are the things I need to do, because until I build the account, then I now know that these are the things I needed to do. These are the things that I don't need to do. Okay, how could I stick to these rules? And I feel like, okay, let me start it. I had the YouTube channel already. Even the first time I started learning, I thought it was easy. I made some video there. I think the page is now up to a year now. So, and then we come with week in, week out forecasting the market. Though I don't really have many subscribers, you understand, but I'm not doing this to have many subscribers, you understand. I'm just trying to do this to build my own personal self. And so far, Alhamdulillah, we've been coming out with one of the best analysts. So I think my analysis have been playing a big role in the forex market. So when it comes out, I see, honestly, what I know for sure is the little thing I know, which is up here in my medulla, which is up here, is enough to feed me. But I just have to be disciplined with it. Those are the things I needed to do, to be strictly disciplined. So, but for now, I'm not trading any funded accounts. I'm just, it's just me all alone. So, but so far, because I know this this 2025 is going to be, honestly, I would say it's going to be my best year. And this 2025 is going to be my year, and you too is going to be your year, even though you'll be watching this video probably in 2026 as well. So 2025, I just have to, because I know I have a strategy that deeply work for the market. Deeply, when I say deeply, I just have to stick to it. So, and now, sometimes you just have to lose something in order to regain your senses, you understand? So you have to do something to regain your senses. So I think I've lost the challenge in order to look back and feel like, what have I been doing wrong? Sometimes if you've been trading on a demo account and you made a mistake, you won't deeply really look into it like, this thing paid me. But this one that I lost, it's really pained me. Honestly, it really pains me a lot. But what can I say to that is that, honestly, I'm really grateful, because I don't ever think I will head an account for 2 months and 2 weeks, even my little brain, honestly. But there is one thing I always say, I always emphasize on my YouTube, on this video which I'm making, that never give up. Giving up, no give up, zero pa. Don't panic. Why are you gonna panic? But so far, honestly, what has been there is I have a family that have in full support of what I'm doing. So in everything you are doing, if your family, your mom, dad, and your relatives are supportive of everything you're doing, bro, you're going places. So honestly, even though you are doing the wrong thing, so, and your parents are in full support, but you go have the free mind like, I'm not really stop now, man, the mouth, you understand? So, but so far we thank God for my family and everyone, so, and for you as well. So what I'm trying to do now is this 2025 that we are going in, I'm trying to do some one or two things, because I don't have the capital to get a profit. Even the one I got, it was the headers of our family, the firstborn, that funded us. I am my elder brother, the professor of pips. I am the first that one, and believe me, in my family, no one knew I had a YouTube channel. I never let them know, but I took their phone secretly, subscribe to my channel, comment. But because the reason why I'm doing that is I would just want people to see me. Not to see me like that, but because I feel like I'm coming out with the best analysis. And I feel like I shouldn't be the only one enjoying this, even though I'm not taking the trade. You understand? I just feel like if I look if I look back into the market, the coming week, I'm like, okay, and I'm making the video, welcome to my YouTube channel, the first other one, saying some intros and something like that, and I'll be telling them that these are the things, and I know these are the things I predicted last week, and it's happened this week. So if I know I have some new subscribers as well, but I think I have 18 subscribers, but most of them are my family, even though they are not aware, because I secretly took their phone and then subscribed to my YouTube channel, just to grow now, you understand? So I just feel like I shouldn't be the only one enjoying it. See, what I'm trying to do is I want to be in this workspace. So I want to be the most transparent person ever. The most transparent. I don't want to fake stuff. I see what's this guy, Mr. PFX, dragged by one world 99, and then they all took themselves to court saying he fake stuff, and the other guy was, see, I'm not here to talk about that, but I'm going to talk about shit, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to be the most transparent person ever, and I want to pave way for you that you are watching me. See how I look. Honestly, it's been good. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. So it's been good though, but can't say the other side. But life can be tough sometimes, but you just don't have to give up. You don't have to give up. I said in my first video ever that giving up is a crime. Actually, honestly, it's a crime. You should be arrested if you give up. It's about to flog you, give you better knock for head. So you understand. So that's just that. That's just that. A lot has happened. Yeah, but man no be storyteller, you understand? So there are sometimes I just feel like, why am I doing this thing? Why am I? But I know, sometimes you be doing something wrong. You know you are doing something wrong. You know you have something that works, but you are doing something wrong. You understand? So, but that's that about that. What else do I have to say? 2025, I'm paving way for you. I know 2025 is going to be my year now, inshallah. I'm not a Muslim actually, I'm a Christian, but saying those words is something I always say most of the time, but it's not a crime. So, so that's just that. So I'm going to be one of the most transparent forex trader in this industry, and I'm going to teach you one of the simplest way you could trade. Honestly, believe me, you don't really. There's one thing I noticed about forex. The thing is, you don't really need to go back to what happened in last year, the support of last year, the support. I don't say it doesn't work, but for me, I think I don't really need to be doing that, because even looking at the charts, I don't really need to go back to what happened last, plotting some long level from January, saying that this won't serve as a support. But I mean, no, they do that one. My own trading is very simple and straight. See, if there is one thing about my strategy, I've not been making money with it actually. I've not been making money, so I know you will see, and you've not been making money, and then you're saying this is a strategy. Don't worry, I'll be, and what will I say? I will show you the evidence when the time comes. You understand? Because what's stopping me actually is capital. If I have the capital, I know I have one thing that works, but people are not ready to invest in you, because in this Nigeria, they want you to be doing what they are doing as well. So many people don't want to invest. There was one time I went to I don't want to talk about this one, but there was one time actually whereby I went to a filling station, and then I think it was before August, and I feel like moment I have the strategy that really work for the market, and I went to one filling station. But I was watching one video and I got motivated, and I was like, okay, you just have to go out. And I think it was one. What was this guy name? Solus FX. Somehow the guy is short. Oh, I think it was the guy. He was like, go and look for investor. And I get motivated by watching the video. And okay, let me dress up. And I dress up. Back. Went to one filling station at Estate, Alakbere, because that's where I live at Agboyi. Agboyi to be precise, you understand? So, and I went to that filling station. On getting there, I was very shy. And I saw this man, well trained. I'm like, this one will be a businessman. I approached him, sir, good afternoon. Do some sort of introduction. I said, I'm here to talk to you about some business. And he was like, business? I'm not interested. And I was like, calm down now. You look, you understand. But people don't want to listen to you. Okay, no, give me your number. And I know he won't call me. Even tonight, he doesn't call. Then I approached one other person like that. The way he looked at me was, that day I cried. I swear I cried. And I was like, you know how many people and I look at myself and I was like, damn. That day I cried. As I was coming home, I was crying. People were looking at me on the road. I was like, you know which are the face. I was crying. No more, a lot has happened. So if I'm making the money, please, you ask me out, because I know when I comes out, flying, You know, I know people will be like, when does it start? See, these are the journey which I'm documenting right there. You know, seeing my face right now, I look really rough. Even my phone, I haven't changed it for the past 1 year now. I've been using the same phone. Even the camera is bad. See how as I look. I had some past this honestly, but my phone cam is really bad. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So guys, that's just that about that. So don't worry, I will make Forex as easy as ABC. Forex is going to be easy with my way. See, I'm not sugarcoating. I'm not trying to convince you. Okay, I'm not gonna convince you. I won't. I won't. I won't. It's my lifestyle. My lifestyle that will convince you because you know if you see one thing is looking at this video right now which I'm making and the one I'll be making and the one I'll still be continuing to be making in the future, you'll be judged. You'll be judged. You'll be judged. Because right now I'm using my phone. So by next year, you know, I will get my own studio, you understand? Getting my own studio and be like, this thing was not like this before, you understand? I'll be like, two guys they stay inside one corner room like that, they make videos. But if you can't see me there for one studio, get better background, things metete, men go mount. You said go for now, see, this guy really, this guy, you know, there is one thing, your lifestyle we evangelize in what you are doing. If you say, okay, I'm a Forex trader, and they say you will be Forex trader, like me now, I can't come out and say like I'm a Forex trader, you Forex trader, Agba trader, you will be say you know get Shingbanka. How do you want to convince them? You know, sometimes if I try to teach some people Forex and be like, I know what they see is that you say you don't make money, how do you want to teach me Forex? But if I'm literally making the money and they see my lifestyle, I won't be the one to go and meet them. They will come to me like, doctor, what's up? See, Baba, show us real, and I'll be like,